Should you squeeze your glutes in back bends, or will it just compress your low back and make your back bends worse? The answer depends on which portion of the back bend you're trying to improve. If we want to develop full spinal extension, then we need the abdominals to lengthen. So what needs to occur is the pelvis tips forward as the rib cage tips backwards in opposing directions. In order for the abs to fully lengthen in the back bend, we can separate different qualities in our training by manipulating the position of our hips, biasing whether the movement comes more from the pelvis or the rib cage. The first way is more pelvic dominant, using this bench variation where the arms are anchored overhead and the bench keeps the ribs from tilting backwards, so we can focus on lengthening the upper abs as the pelvis moves into more anterior tilt. The active contraction of flexing the hips and using the psoas will help support this pelvic position. The next way is more rib cage dominant, where we stabilize the hips into extension to give the ribs more room to bend backwards. The emphasis of contracting the glutes here will keep the pelvis more level and shifted forward to bring more length into the lower abdominals, while also counterbalancing the weight of the torso in standing variations and allowing us to push into a more globally extended bridge position. I actually like to alternate between an anterior and posterior tilt in the bridge to get me deeper into the position by lengthening the abs, breathing into it, and then pushing taller through hip extension. So when it comes to isolating an abdominal stretch, we not only want to relax the glutes, but influence more of an anterior pelvic tilt. But when it comes to the back bridge, the goal is to open the entire front of the body and close the joints on the backside. This requires us to access as much hip extension through glute drive so we can stack our shoulders over the wrists, which is what many people struggle with. A lot of people hear compression and assume it means something harmful. But if you want to fold yourself in half, unfortunately some joints will need to compress and smush together.